your soul to me, Dark One! Saturday. It was a bright day in Death City. The sun was high in the air, and the buildings themselves seemed to melt from the sweltering heat. There were a few clouds in the sky, which showed the light blue that seemed to stretch infinitely. Death the Kid was the son of Shinigami-sama, founder of Shibusen. He had golden eyes and short black hair. On the left side of his black hair were 3 white stripes that, on many occasions, unnerved him. A lot. The whole thought of having his hair unsymmetrical destroyed his sanity a few times. It made him break down crying on occasion. If he could, he would dye his hair. But unfortunately, he found himself unable to, due to very unfortunate circumstances. That was an excellent source of depression for him, until being coaxed out of it by Liz and Patty. That morning he woke up late. His usual time, 8 a.m., had long been past, throwing him into 10:07 a.m. He had stayed up late the night before, drawing perfect eyebrows for Liz again. Upon waking up, he immediately freaked out and began crying about his worthlessness, until Liz and Patty, once again, coaxed him out of it. He walked to the kitchen and saw something else that further exploded his mind. A tree. There was a tree sitting in the corner of the room in an ugly pot. He looked at it for a few moments, brain exploding, eyes bulging as Patty laughed stupidly behind him, giggling her head off at something that Death the Kid found not the least humorous. It was sitting there, taunting him as he glared at it with disgust. "Tree, tree," Patty giggled and laughed, pointing to it. "Stop, Patty," Liz sighed, shaking her head. "You're making it worse. Why did you have to get this tree anyway?" Patty continued to giggle. Death the Kid screamed, tearing his eyes away from the hideous beast. One branch poked out at the worst place possible, while on the other side, a branch poked out rather low. The leaves were uneven and a few were different colors due to the season. It was horrible, ugly, revolting. Kid found himself on the ground, sobbing about how he couldn't take it anymore. All his life, he suffered from the need of symmetry. If something wasn't symmetrical or perfect, he couldn't take it. It gave him a constant fear that nagged him the worst possible time. Toilet paper, eggs, buildings, rooms, and now a tree. A tree that destroyed the entire balance of the kitchen. "Let me destroy it," he screamed. "Let me kill it!" "Kid," Patty said, "it's just a tree." Patty giggled. "I'm worthless," Death the Kid sobbed. "I can't even keep a room symmetrical. No wonder life has given up on me." There were tears leaking out of his eyes as he slammed a fist on the kitchen floor. Patty was still laughing in the background. Kid did not find the situation humorous at all. Liz sighed. "Let me throw it out," Kid whispered. "Please, Liz, Patty, please." "Nuh-uh," Patty said, making an X shape with her arms. "Just move it then." Patty picked up the tree and walked to the hallway, putting the tree into one of the many rooms in the mansion, giggling. Death the Kid sobbed on the ground, wailing in defeat. The room with the tree would forever be avoided by the son of Shinigami-sama. The tree was never meant to happen, he would say sadly. Many years later, on his deathbed, Death the Kid looked up, eyes almost empty, the life ebbing away from the golden orbs. His 3 white stripes dulled, his hair messy and unsymmetrical. Lying on that bed, gasping for breath, when confronted about his final wish, he would reply, a small smile making its way into his pale face, "Get rid of the tree." The end.